What's your take?
My take is that Michael Jordan has completely missed the boat on Dwight Howard. He just
You find
doesn't
fault
get
with
it.
Michael?
I am, and obviously you will not find a bigger Michael Jordan fan as a player than this one sitting right here. But as a GM/team builder, Michael Jordan he's sort of been the Dwight Howard of team builders, a career-long underachiever. Because I'm going to remind you, in the 11 seasons now that he's been with the Charlotte franchise, they have 3 playoff appearances, and they lost all 3 times in the first round. That's what he's done. And of all his first-round picks, starting with Kwame Brown and Adam Morrison, do you realize he's only picked 1 player in the first round who's ever made 1 All-Star team? Kemba Walker's made 1 All-Star team last year. That's it, of all of his first-round picks. Dwight Howard, I've had many battles with him. I like Dwight a lot because he has a big, good heart, but it's like he's too nice of a guy. So does Dwight get frustrated in games? Yeah, he gets frustrated. Does he ever get mad? I would love to see Dwight Howard play mad just one time because Dwight just doesn't care enough. So when Michael says, I want him to be determined, I mean, that's the crux of the problem. Yeah. He's falling into the Dwight Howard trap because everybody thinks, oh, I can fix that. Dwight just doesn't care enough about basketball. He doesn't have Michael Jordan's passion for playing basketball. It's not his life. It's just what he does for a living. And what has he made? I wrote it down. I don't even know if I can find it. It's some outrage. $187 million he's been paid because he looks the part, but he can't play up to the part, and he's never developed any kind of a offensive game that he can go to in the clutch because he doesn't want the basketball in the clutch. He wants to have fun. He's he's still got a lot of kid in him. His most fun is shooting half-court hook shots before games. That's what he wants to do. Basketball to him is just something that he was sort of born to do, and he doesn't take it that seriously. So you can't coach or teach taking the game seriously, especially at this stage and age of his career. So Michael has no idea what he has just gotten himself into because for Michael to light a fire under Dwight Howard, I say good luck to you, Mr. Jordan.
Skip, I can't disagree with you. And if he didn't know what he was getting himself into, he could have called Kobe. Dwight Howard couldn't get along with Kobe.
He couldn't.
Michael Jordan is Kobe on steroids.
No, that's
figuratively. I don't want people to say what you say.
But you're right.
Skip!
I agree.
You know what, there was a 5-year stretch in which Dwight Howard was basically a 20-14 guy.
Yeah.
It was when Dwight Howard was the most athletic big man in the game. But while being the most athletic big man in the game, he didn't expand his game. Knee injuries, 2 back surgeries, torn labrum, attrition. He's only 31, Skip. He'll be 32 in December. But guess what happens now when you didn't expand your game while you were most athletic? Now you don't have the athleticism that you once did. So now what do? What's your go-to move? You said he doesn't have a go-to move. Yeah, you can't give him the ball because they're gonna foul him. They're gonna put him on the free throw line.
His go-to move is to go miss free throws, right?
You don't think Dwight Howard is trying to make those shots? Of course he is. Now you remember he said he was gonna try to expand his game to shoot threes in Atlanta. And once Budenholzer, they heard that, they're like, we got to get you up out of here. We're not about to have a Dirk. You're not Dirk Nowitzki. You're not gonna be jacking up no threes. Skip. The thing is with him is that when he had an opportunity because he came straight out of high school, Skip, no one had his physical side. I mean, he was a more athletic Lonzo Mourning. Could jump, could block shots. I mean, he was 3 straight Defensive Player of the Year.
Yep.
That was the time he could have been expanding his game because guess what? When you get your 30s, you're not going to be the same athletic player at 22. But he got nothing now. He doesn't have a hook shot. He doesn't have a go-to move. He's either dunking it on you, they throwing him lobs, or he catches it off the backboard dunking it. That's what he does. That's his game. Now, he still was 5th in the league in rebounding. He still can get rebounds.
Sure, he can do that.
But he's not that dominating the guy at both ends of the court. He's not going to block a shot on one end, run down the court, dunk. He's not a 20 and what he was in Orlando before he got to L.A., basically 20 and 14. Those days are gone, Skip. Those days are gone.
He was so good in Orlando because it was a smaller market without a lot of media scrutiny, so he could kind of just roll along, and he could dominate on the defensive end. He could really block shots. Defensive Player of the Year.
And he was the guy.
He was the guy.
He went to L.A. Kobe was the guy. And look here. You got to want it just as much as Kobe. Kobe going to kick you to the side. He goes to Houston. He thought he was going to be a part of the system, but James Harden was the guy. Can't go there. Now, he fit in with Atlanta because they didn't really have a guy. They don't have, I mean, Millsap, okay, but he's not a Kobe or James Harden. He goes to Charlotte. Kemba Walker's a nice player, but he's not Kobe or James Harden. So he might have some success there, Skip. But if you think you're going to get that 20 and 14 defensive player of the year, 2 blocks a game, that's not him, Skip, because he doesn't have that ability. The back surgeries, the knee surgeries, the labrum surgeries, age and attrition has taken its toll on him. And when he could have expanded his game, when he was really athletic in his 20s, he didn't do it. So now what do?
So now I sit back, again, the biggest Michael Jordan fan, and I feel sorry for him as a team builder, as a GM type, because the problem with the Michael Jordans, and there's only one of this guy, is he was so great, not that he didn't work at it, because he worked like crazy at it, but it came pretty easily.
Right.
He just enhanced it. I always said he was a supremely talented overachiever.
Yes.
But he was supremely talented to start with. So after a while, you look at players you're going to draft and say, well, he should do what I do. No.
You can't.
No, there's only one of you, Michael.
Exactly.
And you look and you say, well, I can teach him to be me. No, you can't. There's only so much there.
I mean,
and just the guts, the commitment, the fire, the drive, it's unteachable. You can't instill it.
Most of the service animals you see, Skip, they start them out as puppies.
Yeah.
They don't wait till the dog get completely grown and says, okay, this is what I want you to do. He grown now. You could have got him hurt. But you know, Michael needs some NAFCON A, man. He needs some eye drops in his eyes, Skip. Come on, Skip. He on that, you know Mike on that dog. He on that hen dog.
No, he's
Yeah, man. Hen dog and cigars will do that to your eyes.
No.
You see mine getting a little hazy a little bit too, you know.
Are
I'm going
you-
down there. Yeah,
are you on that hen?
Yeah, that dog. He be calling me Joe.
Well, you're not. So does that just mean you're getting old?
No, what about the cigars?
You don't smoke cigars either.
Oh.
And you don't eat dairy.
Oh.
You're just out here telling lies.
Oh, I'm gonna start.
Well, I hope for Michael's sake that they get something out of Dwight, but I don't have a lot of hope for their team this year. And I think, just like with everyone else, Dwight ultimately will leave even Michael Jordan very frustrated.
What do you think his numbers would be? 12-12, 13-13?
He can do double-digit rebounds.
Yeah.
And he's still capable of
He
leading
gonna
the
catch
league in
3
blocks.
lobs, Skip. They gonna give him 3 lobs a game, and somebody's gonna miss a shot, and he will put 1 back in. So that's 8 right there. He'll go 2 for 8 from the free throw line. That's 10 points. So
But when you're in the Eastern Conference and you've gone 11 years in Charlotte and you make the playoffs 3 times and you can't win a series in the East,
you had to play.
something's
Skip,
wrong.
If you playing Braun the first round, who beating Braun in the first round? Michael Jordan could have played Braun in the first round. He ain't beating him.
Seriously?
Seriously.
Michael Jordan could play for this Charlotte team in his prime and beat LeBron with Kyrie.
Stop it.
You know it and I know it.
What we do know.
One guy's clutch, one guy not so much.
This is what we do know for fact. This is not conjecture. This is not innuendo. This is not speculation. Prior to Scottie Pippen arriving, Michael Jordan didn't make it out of first.
He ran into the bad boy Pistons and Larry Bird.
He was with sneakers on. You got to beat the big 3.
Come on.
You got, if he that dog like you said he is, he got to beat them.
Yeah.
Well, prior to LeBron playing with Dwayne Wade, he didn't win a championship. So what does that mean?
But he got out of the first round. Can I ask you a question?
They give out championship trophies for getting out of the first round?
When was the last time Dwayne Wade won a playoff series without LeBron?
I'm not talking about Dwayne Wade.
I want to get pitched.
I did think this piece by Lee Jenkins was very insightful. It seems a little bit of a rebranding move by Dwight Howard. He's trying to soften his image a little bit.
Hey, Dwight is a really good guy.
Yes,
he really
he is.
He's
He
from,
spoke
he's
about
from
a lot of
ATL.
the struggles that he's had in
his
his career. And he gave Skip a little shout out.
Thank you.
What do you say about Skip?
He's written down. He has decorated a room in his house with some of Skip's the things.
That what Dwight Howard said?
To motivate himself.
That's what Dwight said?
And Lee Jenkins went to what school?
Did he go to Vanderbilt?
He went to the school.
I write everything.
Thank you.
That's
Way
what
to
I
go,
do
Lee.
too, Joey. I write
job,
stuff
Lee.
down. Skip said to me on the show and tear him up tomorrow.
And you put it on.
And you put it on your wall?
Yep.
That's a little disturbing. Thanks for watching. Subscribe here to get the latest from the show. Be sure to check out more of the best clips from Undisputed, or go watch a few segments from the newest show on FS1, First Things First, with Chris Carter and Nick Wright.